Hey people, so this is your girl Praxi, the lawyer on All Matters Legal. Remember, it's on Clergy TV, the home of empowerment. As early as you start acquiring properties, just always have a will, an updated will. Of course, a will is a document setting out all the assets you have, and make sure you have considered all your dependents. So for instance, if you're a man, you married a wife, a first wife, legally, maybe you have a marriage certificate, that's clearly a monogamous marriage. Then somewhere along the line, you marry another wife. Of course, by law, this wife will have to go through a lot to prove they are your wife. Eventually, they'll be considered, but they'll have a hectic time proving, because of course the first wife will bulldoze. So what better way than to write a will, set it out clearly. Of course, a will is a private and confidential document. Write a will, have it deposited by your lawyer or at the bank, anybody whom you consider close. And of course, keep away from relatives, because it could spring up some further chaos. But if you are a man, you've started acquiring property as early as possible. Maybe you just turned 18. Anybody who is of legal age can write a will. So for as long as you are of legal age, of course, then you can own property in your name. Get a will done. Yes, to prevent any future, problems, because when such a person dies and there's a will produced, it clearly sets out, okay, I want my first wife to receive this, my second wife to receive this, my children to receive this, including girls. Many of us have this notion that, girls are not meant to inherit their parents' properties. It is illegal to actually believe that. So even your girl children are entitled to your property. The will should be comprehensive. Include all your children, include all your wives. If a will is properly drawn, it is unchallengeable. As I had mentioned earlier, this program will be enlightening us on a lot, on how to relate with ourselves and how to relate with our neighbors. Prior to your arrest, you are entitled to your freedom of movement. Okay? After arrest, you have rights as an arrested person. For instance, you see, okay, if a police officer suspects, they have all rights to arrest you. But after they arrest you, there are some things they need to observe. Okay? If they suspect you to have done something, that violates any law somewhere, they can arrest you. In fact, anybody can be arrested anywhere, anytime, without a warrant or with a warrant. Without a warrant, maybe you could be found. Let me give an example. You've been found drunk and creating problems and chaos. You see, as a police officer, I may not have a warrant on me because I didn't know, hey, John is going to create havoc here because he's drunk, so let me walk around with a warrant for John. You get? So in such circumstances, or maybe the police have found somebody robbing into a house and they've caught you, such a case, there's no warrant. But after they have arrested you, whether you are on the wrong or on the right, you have rights. There are some things the police need to observe. Just but to mention a few, they need to tell you why you're being arrested. They need to give you an opportunity to communicate to somebody.
Clergy TV. Kenya is watching.
That arrest has a time limit. They cannot keep you in custody for more than 24 hours without releasing you or taking you before a court. So there are pre-arrest rights and post-arrest rights. As earlier said, our program is All Matters Legal. So we're going to be covering as well foreigners. When a foreigner wants to come to Kenya, what do they do? How do they get themselves to stay here legally? If they want to work, what can they do for them to work as as a resident, as a foreigner here. They may want to be here for long or temporarily. What can they do in such a circumstance? I am a foreigner, I need to start a business in Kenya. How do I start? What is required of me? So in our program, we'll also be covering all this and enlightening you of the requirements and also the various types of, residences, for lack of a better word, residences. By residences, I mean how you can stay in Kenya legally. There are various ways you can get to do that. You can either get a pass or you can get a permit. And there are various types of permits. In this program, we're going to be highlighting the various types of permits, what they are needed for, because actually when you need to start a business, the permit you get is different from that foreigner who wants to come and work in Kenya in an already established organization. Remember, the first one has come and wants to start their own business, and the second one has come and is coming to work at a specific organization. They are coming to be employed. What about this one who's coming maybe for, we also have a permit for missionaries actually. So in this program, we're going to be highlighting all this. We're going to be telling you what is needed, where, which permit is suitable for what, and also their passes. Maybe you've come here, only coming here to study, then you need a student pass. Maybe you've come here and you're just visiting, you need a visitor's pass. Maybe you are coming here for a specific purpose, then you need a special pass. So in this program, we're going to be highlighting all this, what you need, and also actually you can get to stay here on a semi-permanent basis. I call it semi-permanent because this option provides you with a longer period of stay here, and that is what we call an alien card, an alien ID. It gives you privileges just like those of a citizen here, though temporarily. We'll also be enlightening you on that, what you need to do to get one like that, and also at what point can you apply for citizenship. Maybe you're a foreigner, you're married to a Kenyan, you're entitled to citizenship by way of marriage. So what do you need to do to get that done? What do you need to do to become a citizen? You've been here, you've stayed here for quite some time. The minimum is 7 years. You're a foreigner, you've stayed here 7 years, and you're like, hey, I think I should get my permanent residency. So what do you need to do for that? So stay tuned. Remember to subscribe on our channel on YouTube, All Matters Legal. Click on the bell to get on the notifications on when we post our very enticing information. And also remember to comment, ask your questions, comment, say anything about it. What do you like for us to address? And what do you think you should say about what we tell you? So thank you so much. God bless you.
This is Clergy TV. Arise, shine.